A significant number of Peugeot 508 customers choose the SW Estate version, and you can see why. It's sensibly practical yet very good looking, and of course it also benefits from all the technology that's revitalised the four-door second generation 508 model's proposition in the ever more competitive medium range market. The humble station wagon. No longer quite so humble these days. In fact, estates have become something of a fashion statement in recent years. You'd choose one over the ordinary saloon model even if you didn't necessarily need the extra carrying space. Most Peugeot 508 buyers do. Here's the 508 SW model, in this case rejuvenated to take on a raft of tough rivals, including estate versions of models like the Ford Mondeo, the Vauxhall Insignia and the Volkswagen Passat. So today, what does a potential 508 SW buyer now really want? Experience in the market suggests three things: style, class and technology. In response, Peugeot has put a lot more thought into this car. It looks more upmarket, and we're promised that it will feel that way when you take a seat behind the wheel. There's extra high-tech equipment too, with things that you'd have to pay extra for on some rivals. So, has the French brand got this recipe right? Let's find out. As you'd expect, this SW variant drives just as its saloon stablemate does. The hardware certainly looks promising here. There's a proper multi-link rear suspension setup and a strong crop of engines from which buyers can choose. The previous generation 508 SW was launched with an all-diesel lineup, but a lot's changed since then, and today a car in this class needs strong petrol provision too, which it gets in this case courtesy of a couple of 1.6 litre turbo petrol units, developing either 180 or 225 horsepower. There's also a 130 horsepower 1.5 litre diesel and 160 horsepower and 180 horsepower 2 litre diesels. Only the 1.5 litre diesel gets a 6-speed manual gearbox. The others must be ordered with an 8-speed automatic. Peugeot can also offer you a plug-in hybrid version which uses a 1.6 litre petrol turbo engine mated to an 80 kilowatt electric motor, the resulting package offering a combined total output of 225 horsepower. At the wheel, you're positioned in front of an improved version of Peugeot's iCockpit dashboard layout, which, as usual, sees you looking over the rim of the steering wheel at the instrument dials, rather than conventionally through it. And as usual, the leather-stitched tiller in question is a small, grippy thing which gives you the illusion of greater interaction with the car. Or maybe it won't be an illusion. Higher spec models are fitted out with adaptive damping, and all variants get the usual drive mode system which adapts steering, throttle and gear change timings to the way you want to drive. The idea with this estate model was to bring the radical styling traits of the 508 saloon to station wagon customers. At just 1.42 metres in height and 4.78 metres long, the 508 SW's proportions give it quite a dynamic body shape, stylised by smooth flowing lines and a sleek low roof. The look is further enhanced by exterior details, including frameless doors, a unique estate car feature for a mainstream car maker. Plus, there are full LED headlights and opalescent LED daytime running lights with a vertical visual signature. The unusual exterior looks are mirrored by an original interior, highlighted, as mentioned in our drive section, by the usual Peugeot iCockpit dashboard design. Plus, there's a large 10-inch capacitive touchscreen angled towards the driver and a 12.3-inch head-up digital instrument panel. The cabin also features iCockpit Amplify, which enables the driver to choose between two levels of ambience, boost and relax. As for practicality, there's a hands-free powered tailgate, a 530-litre boot and a magic flap function for the rear bench seat, which retracts to reveal a total load space capacity of 1,780 litres. Prices sit in the £28,000 to £41,000 bracket, and there's a choice of Active, Allure, GT Line, or as in this case, GT variants. All are well equipped. Even base Active spec gives you 17-inch alloy wheels, auto headlamps and wipers, and connected 3D navigation with voice recognition. You'll need to stretch at least as far as mid-range Allure spec though to get the Peugeot iCockpit digital instrument binnacle screen. At the top of the range on plush GT variants like this one, equipment runs to just about everything Peugeot could think of, including a superb Focal surround sound hi-fi system, night vision, fully automated parking assistance, and of course full navigation on the 10-inch centre dash HD touchscreen. There's also a 360-degree colour camera system and a wireless smartphone charging plate to keep your mobile batteries topped up during long drives. The wraparound seats offer 5 multi-point massage programs. There's a range of premium and sophisticated trim and upholstery materials, and you can have a panoramic opening glass roof. Peugeot usually specialises in extremely efficient running cost returns, and this 508 SW is no different in that regard. The base 1.5-litre Blue HDI 130 variant in manual form manages up to 63.6 miles to the gallon on the WLTP combined cycle and puts out just 94 grams per kilometre of any DC-rated CO2. For the 2-litre Blue HDI diesel 160 E88 variant, the figures are up to 52.9 miles to the gallon and up to 110 grams per kilometre. And for the top 2-litre Blue HDI diesel 180 E88 version, you're looking at up to 50.3 miles to the gallon and up to 109 grams per kilometre. Want petrol power? Well, for the 1.6-litre PureTech 225 petrol unit with its EAT auto transmission, the figures are up to 44.0 miles to the gallon on the combined cycle and 114 grams per kilometre of CO2. For the perkier 225 horsepower version of this engine, it's 42.2 miles to the gallon and 119 grams per kilometre. For really frugal running cost returns, though, you'll need the clever hybrid plug-in variant. This uses an 11.8 kilowatt-hour battery, which can be fully charged in under 2 hours using a standard 7 kilowatt wall box. Once that's done, an all-electric WLTP-rated driving range of between 30 and 39 miles is possible. Even better news is the 39 grams per kilometre CO2 reading applied to this model, which means that it attracts a benefit-in-kind rate for company car tax of just 10%. Of course, running costs are about a lot more than just fuel economy and CO2 readings, so what else are you going to need to know? Well, there's the usual unremarkable 3-year 60,000-mile warranty, and if you are paying for maintenance work, you can budget ahead for it by taking up Peugeot's service plan that for a fixed monthly fee can cover you for up to 50,000 miles of motoring over either 3 or 5 years. This second generation 508 SW is smarter, cleverer and better equipped. In other words, we're talking about a very complete package. Would you really want the kind of stripped out basic BMW 3 Series Touring or Audi A4 Avant you'd have to pay more for in preference to one of these? More pertinently perhaps, would you rather have a more ordinary feeling Vauxhall Insignia Sport Tourer or Ford Mondeo Estate? These are key questions if you're in the market for a conventional spacious station wagon of this sort. Try a 508 SW and you might well find that answering them is a little easier.